foremost, all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, in the name of the Son, Yahushua, in the Holy Spirit, the Paul Kodash, and double honor to the Elder Apostle GMS. We're going to get right into it. Alright, I'm trying to get down, try to go through about 15 of these verses in Jeremiah, which is a future prophecy to take place against America, which is the daughter of Babylon. Alright, here we go. Jeremiah 50. The word what the Lord Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Alright, and that's what you see the brotherhood doing, starting with the elder apostle on down. Publishing this truth, and then be known what it is and what it will be. Alright. The word of the Lord not gonna come back void. Though it tarry, wait for it, it shall surely come, right? Say, and conceal not, say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, murdered, is broken to pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken to pieces, and we're seeing the downfall of America. For out of the north shall cometh a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate. And we know this to be the Medes, the modern day Medes, which is Russia. Alright, what does Putin call America? The great Satan. What does he have? He's got them ICBM missiles. Satan 1, Satan 2. Alright, it lets you know who they're for. And none, he says, for out of the north cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. This is going to be the lake of fire at the end of the day. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. So in those days and that time, said the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, and the children of Judah are Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord Yahweh, their power, their God. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord Yahweh in perpetual covenant that shall be not forgotten. My people have been lost sheep, their shepherds have caused them to go astray. Everybody in the so-called Roman Christianity, Catholicism, whatever it is, causing everybody to go astray because they don't know. They've been set up by Satan. They've been set up by the devils that run this place. Alright, to deceive you. That's what it says. The shepherds have caused them to go astray, telling you the laws are done away with, this and that. It's dumb shit. Lord, change not. Said they have gone from mountain to hill, they have forgotten their resting place. All that have found them devoured them. And this is talking about the children of Israel. They've been devoured. Alright, the Lord had it so. It said their dead bodies should lay in the street. Alright, that great city. Until a time where the Lord basically put the Spirit back on certain men. We'll start with the elders on down. So we offend not because they have sinned against the Lord. And that was their mindset. That was slavery, and when they come over here and beat the natives, took them out of their land. These devils don't hold themselves guilty because it says they offend not because the people of the Lord have sinned against the Lord. So the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers, is removed out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goats before the flocks. And we are to, come out of this westernized mindset. That's what it's meaning here, because we can't escape. We have to hope, for deliverance from Yahushua in that time. There's no escaping for a lot of people. We stuck like Chuck, like they say. Verse 9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. And we know Jeremiah back in the day, when he saw these visions of fire, the arrows, he probably might have seen the missiles, but he didn't know what the hell the missiles were. They didn't have airplanes, they didn't have ICBM missiles, they had arrows. So that they used words to describe their visions with the times they were living in. Alright? And people just don't get it. But hey, at the end of the day, the Lord put him, he gonna cook your ass, most likely, unless you repent. And the Lord have mercy on you. So, and Chaldea shall be a spool. And we know the Chaldean referring to, the land over here. Alright. Or wherever the wicked rule. Europeans, so-called white folk. Alright. And we know that we have Israelites scattered through all nations. So, it's not really a color thing. Alright, at the end of the day, if you hear this word and it resonate with you, then hey, you gotta thank the Lord, because not everybody gonna get this. No matter how you look, it's only for who it's for, and that's it. It said, all that spoil her should be satisfied, said the Lord. They're gonna be happy when they drop them bombs, because ye were glad. America's been glad because ye rejoiced. Oh, ye destroyers of my heritage, how these devils destroyed the Lord's heritage. They destroyed, starting with his people, and also whitewashing the images. They give you, Serapis Christos, Serapis, as a so-called Jesus Christ, which we know, that is not the name of the Lord. Jesus is a translation of Zeus, and Zeus goes back to Roman mythology. All right, it says, because ye are grown fat as heifer at grass and bellow as bulls. America is like the fucking fattest place on the earth. All these fat fucks. Your mother should be sore confounded. Who's the mother? Great Britain. That's who America sprung out of. Alright? She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness. This is the hindermost of the nations. This is the last place established over here was, America. It says a dry land and a desert. This is going to be turned into a desert. Alright. It's because the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. This is the lake of fire. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Wait a minute, what happened to it? Where's they ain't gonna be able to tell where one state is and another one ends. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. And again, Jeremiah seeing the vision, then he come way after ancient Babylon. He's, 900 years, however many years after ancient Babylon. So he ain't talking about ancient Babylon. He's just using that as a future city, his future place he saw, and the only thing he thought, he was like, well, it's Babylon reincarnated. Said, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all you that bend a bow, everybody who has missile power. That's what it means. All you that bend a bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about. She had given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her as she had done, do unto her. So I say in Revelation, fill that cup up double. Alright. It says, cut off the sower of Babylon, and him that handled the sickle in the time of harvest, for fear of the oppressing sword. They shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. So you got a lot of heathen nations over here, who come from China or Saudi Arabia or wherever they come from, and they automatically come over here, get set up, and making bank, making millions of dollars, running little businesses. Hey, these people, the Lord gonna put it in their heart. Once everything starts collapsing, they're gonna get out of here. Everybody's gonna flee. That's why you're seeing all these companies catch fire, blow up. Hey, they insurance scamming before they go. Burn that some bitch down, get the money, out they go. Verse 17, Israel is a scattered sheep, the lions have driven him away. First the king of Assyria hath devoured him, and last this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones. Alright, that's I'm gonna drop on down just for time's sake. Verse 22, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. Alright, we're seeing that. We're seeing the sound of battle. Rumors of wars, uprisings of the people. Nobody's happy. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. The wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Okay, but when the righteous bear rule, people rejoice. There ain't no rejoicing going on. Alright, this has to take place before the rejoicing to come. Alright, this is the end of the age, and then it's going to be established, like it says in Daniel. I think it is in chapter 4 when it's talking about the dream. Alright, this is the last kingdom before the Lord's kingdom is set up, before Yahweh's kingdom is set up on earth. That's going to reign eternally forever. Say, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? Well, who's the hammer of the whole earth? Who has the most military power? Who has went to every country and set up a base and basically running the show everywhere? There ain't no Russian bases over here. There ain't no China bases over here. There ain't no Africa bases over here. But there's a America base in every one of them places. But I don't know about Russia, but everywhere else, America is everywhere. Say, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become desolation among the nations? I laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Everything about this place is against the Lord. They say in God we trust. That's a blasphemous statement. Alright, their God is obviously Satan. Verse 25, the Lord, how hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. One of them weapons, ICBM missiles, was the indignation, the righteous wrath. Alright. Says, for this is the work of the Lord, the whole power, God of hosts, in the land of Chaldeans. Let's get this, Isaiah 54. It says he has created the smith. I think, what? Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. Smith is like a modern day a knife smith, or somebody who made weaponsmith. It says that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth instrument for his work. I've created the waster to destroy. Alright. Smith being, in modern terminology, these scientists, and the waster to destroy being these missiles that have split the atom. They have made these atom bombs and ICBM warheads. And that's what it is. Alright. Same thing, Isaiah, you can read the whole chapter of Isaiah 47. It's also prophesied about America, Jeremiah 51. And the most proud, here's verse 32, verse 31, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proudly made in America, right? Saith the Lord, Yahweh power, God of hosts, for thy day is come. Hey, that day is come. coming quick, the time that I'll visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. I will kindle fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah will oppress together. Alright, how so? You had the so-called natives that was here in this land that got brought over here in slavery in 720 BC, but escaped their captors. Alright, they were oppressed when old Christopher Columbus and these devils come over here and started slaying the motherfuckers. And how's Judah oppressed? Well, they were brought over here on slave ships. They were oppressed together, and all that took them held them captives and held them fast. Even to this day, you still got the Indians, so-called Indians, which is, the 10 tribes, still being held captive inside their little reservations. Same thing with Judah. All right, what are all these jailhouses for? Who populates most of these prisons throughout America? All right, I'm just gonna get that real quick. Open prison house. Open prison. I think it's in Isaiah 14. Yeah, Isaiah 14. And this is talking about Lucifer, which is the light bearers. All right, it's not talking about Satan. It's not talking about the devil called Lucifer. This is Lucifer, meaning light bearer. All right, they're the light on the left-hand side, because, yeah. So how is that falling from heaven on Lucifer? All right, son of the morning. And look, drop down just real quick so you all don't get lost. Is this the man? Is this the man to make that? Let's see. Where am I at? It says, how are they fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How are they cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. They've done that. They got these satellites set up. They never made it to the moon, but they got these satellites set up. They fly. Say, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, which is above his people. All right, they're way above everybody. They have billions and billions and they still take, kill. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation on the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, and that's pretty much what this devil has done. Say, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, all right, to the sides of the pit. Here it is right here. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? It's talking about man. It's talking about not just one man, there are many. Man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms. Who does that? Who makes the earth to tremble? Who dropped bombs on fucking people? Fat boy and little man. The earth trembled. He did shake kingdoms. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, and opened not the house of his prisoners. Who has the most incarcerated people throughout the whole fucking world? Alright. And again, you don't get it? Get this. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, said the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant and son and nephew. Alright, remnant, son and nephew, all the males. The Lord gonna cut off the wicked seed line. Alright, that day's gonna come. But that's the point, you know. Either you gonna get it or you ain't. But when them things flying, and you seeing them chariots of the Lord in the sky, you gonna know what time it is. To say every eye should see in that day. We're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Gosh, Shalom.